Here we go. CNC group break number 5803 1213 clear retro 6-box case break. All right, box 1. We've got a Noise Boys die cut for the Montreal Canadiens, P.K. Subban. K. Subban, Noise Boys. Ashley's favorite player. Autographics for the Ottawa Senators, Pascal Leclerc. Pascal Leclerc. Player showcase for the Kings, Wayne Gretzky, and a retro for the Hawks, Patrick Kane. Metal Universe for the Ducks, Saku Koivu, and a retro for the Jets, Alex Burmistro. Metal Universe for the Bruins, Ray Bourque, and a retro for the Sabres, Ryan Miller. EX for the Colorado Avalanche, Gabriel Landeskog, and a retro for the Hawks, Jonathan Toews. Flair Showcase Blue number to 150 for the Minnesota Wild, Nico Koivu. Koivu to 150 for the Wild. Autographics for the Florida Panthers, Sean Matthias. We've got a 94/95 retro autograph for the San Jose Sharks, Patrick Marleau. '94/95 retro auto for the Sharks, Patrick Marleau. Flair Showcase for the Hurricanes, Jeff Skinner, and a retro for the Hawks, Patrick King. EX for the St. Louis Blues, Jaden Schwartz, and a retro for the Leafs, Jake Gardner. Flair Showcase Blue number to 150 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux. Rookie Sensation autograph for the Calgary Flames, Akeem Aliu. Playmakers Theater number to 100 for the New York Rangers, Chris Kreider. Autographics for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Chris Kunitz. Flair Showcase for the New Jersey Devils, Marty Brodeur. And a retro for the Predators, Pekka Rinne. Autographics for the Detroit Red Wings, Brendan Smith. We've got a Metal Universe for the Penguins, Mario Lemieux. And a retro for the Ducks, Ryan Getzlaf. Metal Universe for the Penguins, Evgeny Malkin. And a retro for the Jets, Evander Kane. Metal Universe for the Flyers, Eric Lindros, and a retro for the Canadiens, P.K. Subban. Here we go, box 1 in the books. All right, box 2. All right, Diamond Tribute for the LA Kings, Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, well, that's a good way to start off box 2. Metal Universe for the Canucks, Daniel Sedin, and a retro for the Flyers, Claude Giroux. Metal Universe for the Devils, Martin Brodeur, and a retro for the Avalanche, Matt Duchene. EX for the Chicago Blackhawks, Jonathan Toews, and a retro for the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin. Flair Showcase Blue, number to 150 for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Steven Stamkos. Autographics for the Vancouver Canucks, Maxime Lapierre. Autographics for the Minnesota Wild, Justin Falk. Skybox autograph for the St. Louis Blues, Jaden Schwartz. Flair Showcase for the Kings, Jonathan Quick, and a retro for the Canadiens, Carey Price. Flair Showcase for the St. Louis Blues, Jake Allen, and a retro for the Canadiens, Carey Price. Autographics for the New York Islanders, Matt Martin. Electrifying insert for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby. Autographics for the Philadelphia Flyers, Braden Shen. All right, Flair Showcase for the Canadiens, Patrick Waugh, and a retro for the Capitals, Alex Ovechkin. We've got a Flair Showcase for the Philadelphia Flyers, Eric Lindros, and a retro for the Wild, Zach Parise. Flair Showcase Blue, number to 150 for the Detroit Red Wings, Pavel Datsyuk. Pavel Datsyuk at a 150 for the Wings. Skybox autograph for the Calgary Flames, Matt Stajan. Metal Universe for the Avalanche, Joe Sakic. And a retro for the Oilers, Jordan Eberle. EX for the Montreal Canadiens, Carey Price. And a retro for the Penguins, Sidney Crosby. Metal Universe for the Stars, Brett Hull. And a retro for the Lightning, Martin St. Louis. All right, box 3. All right, Skybox autograph for the Edmonton Oilers, Teemu Hartikainen. Hot Shots die cut for the Vancouver Canucks, Trevor Linden. Metal Universe for the Kings, Drew Doughty. And a retro for the Canadiens, Josh Jordan. Metal Universe for the Canadiens, Patrick Waugh, and a retro for the Hurricanes, Jeff Skinner. Metal Universe for the Rangers, Chris Kreider, and a retro for the Canucks, Ryan Kessler. EX for the Detroit Red Wings, Pavel Datsyuk, and a retro for the Hawks, Jonathan Toews. Skybox autograph for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Ryan Johansson. Hot Shots die cut for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux. Skybox autograph for the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin. Skybox auto for the Caps. Flair Showcase for the Canadiens, Carey Price, and a retro for the Islanders, John Tavares. EX for the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin, and a retro for the Wings, Johan Franzen. Precious Metal Gems Ruby, numbered to 100 for the Vancouver Canucks, Henrik Sedin. PMG Ruby out of 100, Henrik Sedin for the Canucks. Precious Metal Gems Blue, numbered 37 of 50 for the Chicago Blackhawks, Patrick Kane. 37 of 50 for the Hawks, Patrick Kane. 94/95 retro autograph for the San Jose Sharks, Joe Pavelski. Flair Showcase for the Vancouver Canucks, Pavel Bure. And a retro for the Devils, Adam Henry. Skybox autograph for the Ottawa Senators, Patrick Werkuch. Autographics for the Montreal Canadiens, Blake Geoffrion. Flair Showcase for the Chicago Blackhawks, Jonathan Toews. And a retro for the Leafs, Dion Phaneuf. Metal Universe for the Hurricanes, Jeff Skinner. And a retro for the Jets, Evander Kane. Metal Universe for the Predators, Pekka Rinne. And a retro for the Leafs, Dion Phaneuf. All right, box 4. All right, autographics for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Brendan Mickelson. Golden Touch die cut for the Colorado Avalanche, Matt Duchene. Golden Touch die cut for the Avs. Flair Showcase for the Quebec Nordique, a.k.a. the Colorado Avalanche, Matt Sundin. And a retro for the Kings, John Quick. Metal Universe for the Penguins, Marc-Andre Fleury. And a retro for the Penguins, Evgeny Malkin. Metal Universe for the Canadiens, Mikko Koivu. And a retro for the Hurricanes, Eric Staal. We've got a Metal Universe for the Rangers, Mark Messier, and a retro for the Red Wings, Pavel Datsyuk. Skybox autograph for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Joe Vitale. Intimidation Nation for the Edmonton Oilers, Taylor Hall. Rookie Sensation autograph for the Calgary Flames, Sven Verchi. Ben Berchin. Flair Showcase for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby, and a retro for the Canucks, Corey Schneider. EX for the Quebec Nordique, a.k.a. the Colorado Avalanche, Joe Sakic, and a retro for the Penguins, Chris Letang. Diamond Tribute for the Edmonton Oilers, Mark Messier. Diamond Tribute for the Oilers. Autographics for the Minnesota Wild, Brett Bulmer. Metal Universe Hardware for the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. We've got an Autographics for the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan O'Mara. Flair Showcase for the Boston Bruins, Zdeno Chara. Rookie Sensation Autograph for the Colorado Avalanche, Tyson Barrie. Rookie Sensation Auto for the Avs. Flair Showcase for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Steven Stamkos. And a retro for the Wild, Zach Parise. All right, we've got a Metal Universe for the Rangers, Henrik Lundqvist. And a retro for the Sharks, Urs Urban. Metal Universe for the Canadians, Carey Price. And a retro for the Flyers, Claude Giroux. All right, on to box 5. All right, we've got a Metal Universe Hardware for the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin. Rookie Sensation Autograph for the Detroit Red Wings, Riley Sheahan. Flair Showcase for the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and a retro for the Oilers, Taylor Hall. Metal Universe for the Blues, Jaden Schwartz, and a retro for the Oilers, Jordan Eberle. Metal Universe for the Sharks, Antti Niemi, and a retro for the Sharks, Joe Pavelski. EX for the Carolina Hurricanes, Jeff Skinner. And a retro for the Penguins, Sidney Crosby. Hot Shots die cut for the Edmonton Oilers, Paul Coffey. Autographics for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Cam Atkinson. Rookie Sensation Autograph for the St. Louis Blues, Jake Allen. Rookie Sensation Auto for the Blues. Flair Showcase for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Evgeny Malkin, and a retro for the Sharks, Joe Pavelski. EX for the Boston Bruins, Tyler Seguin, and a retro for the Sharks, Patrick Marleau. Precious Metal Gems Ruby, numbered to 100 for the Minnesota Wild, Mikko Koivu. Skybox autograph for the Washington Capitals, Mike Ribeiro. Playmakers Theater number to 100 for the LA Kings, Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, Playmakers Theater out of 100 for the Kings. Base autograph for the Anaheim Ducks, Bobby Ryan. Bobby Ryan. Flair Showcase for the Anaheim Ducks, Teemu Solani. And a retro for the Kings, John and Quick. Skybox autograph for the New Jersey Devils, Patrick Elias. Flair Showcase for the LA Kings, Anze Kopitar. And a retro for the Islanders, John Tavares. Alright, Metal Universe for the Bruins, Bobby Orr. And a retro for the Predators, Pekka Rinne. Metal Universe for the Sharks, Arders Urbe. And a retro for the Leafs, Matt Sundin. Box 6. All right, autographics for the Ottawa Senators, Roman Wick. Ultra Stars for the New York Islanders, John Tavares. Flair Showcase for the Winnipeg Jets, Andre Pavlich. And a retro for the Canucks, Pavel Bure. Metal Universe for the Hawks, Patrick Kane. And a retro for the Bruins, Patrice Bergeron. Metal Universe for the Kings, Wayne Gretzky. And a retro for the Capitals, Alex Ovechkin. Metal Universe for the Canucks, Henrik Sedin. And a retro for the Bruins, CloutsnChara. Metal Universe for the Canadians, PK Subban. And a retro for the Hawks, Marian Hossa. Autographics for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Keith Aulie. Precious Metal Gems Blue, numbered 18 of 50 for the Anaheim Ducks, Saku Koivu. 18 of 50 for the Ducks, Saku Koivu. Base autograph for the Minnesota Wild, Danny Heatley. Autographics for the Arizona Coyotes, Lori Korpikoski. Intimidation Nation for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby. Autographics for the St. Louis Blues, Kevin Shattenkirk. Flair Showcase for the Edmonton Oilers, Mark Messier. And a retro for the Penguins, Sidney Crosby. Autographics for the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan Jones. Flair Showcase for the St. Louis Blues, Jaden Schwartz. And a retro for the Philadelphia Flyers, Claude Giroux. Metal Universe for the Jets, Andre Pavlich, and a retro for the Devils, Mike Ritter. Metal Universe for the Stars, Jaromir Jagr, and a retro for the Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. EX for the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and a retro for the Lightning, Steven Stamkos. And we finish with a diamond tribute for the Edmonton Oilers, Jordan Eberle. Jordan Eberle, diamond tribute for yours. So there we go, boys and girls, children of all ages.